Hello, welcome back to my streaming thing. Today we're streaming Parasol Stars, which is my favourite bubble ball game. I've been playing for absolutely ages. I'm kind of okay at it, but I've never managed to fully complete it without kind of a cheat. We're playing in the emulator because the original hardware, which I do own, is actually incredibly expensive to get a good 60 FPS capture out of. It's going to be a lot of work and requires several boxes and leads, etc. So we're going to do some of the first streams, I think, just using the emulator, which in this case is BizHawk, which is a TAS speedrunning emulator that's pretty neat, pretty tidy. And that's kind of why I've kept this screen ornamentation as well. I want everybody to know this is definitely an emulator. I'm not lying and pretending I'm playing on the real hardware, though I am using a joypad for this today, which is a cheap-ass USB SNES clone, but it's more than functional enough because the PCE's joypad is pretty fucking functional, so you don't really need too much in terms of feel in order to get the right place. So without further ado, let's crack on, do some Parasol Stars. So as you'll see, the first difference is Bub and Bob. Bubby here has got a parasol. So press the button to open the parasol, basically. And that gives you the magical power of being able to freeze enemies. So it's kind of like capturing enemies in a bubble. Holy macaroni! Yes, let's have some of this. Oh, yeah. I wasn't expecting to see that power up so early on. This is a... Watch out, because I'm going to... it's going to knock it off me. We've got loads of crowns there. There's actually a better technique to get lots of points in this game, because what counts is it's bastard hard and you will be chewing through lives and credits by the end of the game, and you start off with only 1 credit. So how do you get more? Well, we're going to find out, because each level has kind of a secret, which is it's got these bonus runs. If you can fling a frozen enemy, just got my shoes there to speed me up. If you can fling a frozen enemy or some kind of effect ball, like these guys, these bubbles, you can rack up some pretty sweet bonuses. These kind of go through a run of different bonus items, escalating in value until you get to the final one. And then it loops around again and starts from the beginning. So we're just going to just clear this stage, make our lives a bit easier. Move along. So we've exhausted the 2 runs. So you normally get like 4, sometimes 5, sometimes it's 3 goes to like push out the bonus items. And one of the kind of general strat here really is just to freeze all the enemies as quickly as possible. Oh, and and so you're just basically making it a lot less hassle to go off and get your bonus items. So there's the one along the bottom here. They're often in these early worlds along the bottom. That's a general thing, is if you find a long straight area and try and fling something along it, you'll find some bonuses. So we're just gonna leave 1 trumpet alive. He's gonna go into a kind of countdown soon. There it goes. And just so happens, finished our business. Oh, sweet! We got the Swiss roll. Nice, 7,000 points. Thank you very much. And we got our 1-up as well. Got extra life. This is one of the first levels that's actually, if you watch the attract mode long enough, it shows you exactly how to do this like that. Freezes all the enemies. But it doesn't tell you to do this. But it does give away this bonus. Oh my god, look at the power-ups today. We've got a sweet RNG on this one, because that guy is a hoot. Oh shit, I wasted it with an accidental bubble release. Isn't that always the way? Still, yeah, that little thing, he turns into Mr. Doe, and you can run around and you just touch enemies and they die. You're invincible. Well, there it goes. Did you see that? You probably didn't. There's a coin. The very last item in the demo, in the bonus run, is a 100 credit coin, and what that does is give you a whole credit for free, which is pretty sweet. And one of the cool things about this stage is that in emulators, and nearly every emulator I've tried a fair few PC Engine emulators in my time, this level doesn't behave as it does in real hardware. So the real hardware I presume that's just down to the random number generation. So in the real hardware, these little triangle guys you can see running around, one of them will always pop out of one of the holes at the top and come and like be all up in your shit and like fuck with your business, especially when you're trying to max out that bonus thing. For some reason, emulators, they never come out. I've got no idea why. Like I said, I presume it's down to how the random numbers are generated. But yeah, always on the hardware, never on the emulator. So that'd be a word of warning if you're like emulating around and you want accuracy. You ain't gonna get it. But the other thing I was going to talk about really is the first emulator I really had for PC Engine was the excellent Magic Engine back in the day, which is, I mean, a 90s emulator, I think, at the end of the day. There's that bonus coin again. So now we got 3 credits, right? Yeah! So you do enough of these bonus runs and you find them on all the different worlds, you will end up with just a bucket of credits, which gives you some decent fodder to take on the much harder last levels, the last couple of islands, and also some of the bosses are just utterly unreasonable. utterly unreasonable. 5,000 a time. Thank you. So the Magic Engine one, it would give you, believe it or not, its RNG was so mashed, it would, oh, it's a boss fight. Its RNG was so mashed, it would give you a fucking secret ending item on the first world. Believe it or not, it's this multicolored necklace thing. You saw the necklace on the first stage that we had there. It's like a multicolored variant of that. And when you pick that up, it generates what the game terms as a miracle, which is normally what happens when you pick up 3 elemental pieces. And it gives this special star miracle that opens up a secret door when you kill your next boss. So, like, by this stage, we'd be opening a door right here where I just picked up the giant fruit. And it would give you this secret room with a massive gem in it, and that would unlock a whole another world at the end of the game of secret levels, which were much more bobbly than the rest of the game. And additionally, it would give you a big fat 99 credits, which was, well, mind-boggling. If you can't get through the game on 99 credits, you've got problems. And believe it or not, there were many times I got through to the last worlds with like a shit ton of credits left, and it would just exhaust me because like the last stage formally without the secret ending, without the secret thingamajiggy, is difficult enough because the last stage is based on Rainbow Islands and basically loads of Taito properties. So there's like Doe from Arkanoid is like a regular enemy there, and he's chucking fucking Arkanoid blocks at you, and they kill you in one hit, and you can't deflect them, and things like that. It was so hardcore. And then after that, you suddenly get this whole run of even more hardcore levels where you're just like weeping about how bloody hard they are. They often require like hyper technical bubble jumping. You know how you can bump on a jumble and jump on a bubble and stuff like that. It was all the crazy shit. And so you'd just be like, oh my god, how am I going to finish this? And of course, you know, you could get to those stages pretty much every time you played it on Magic Engine, as long as you had the perseverance to get through like the hell of the, the sheer hell of the grind to get there, because you had 99 credits. But I've never seen that power up on the original hardware, and I've played hundreds and hundreds of games on the original hardware. It might be down to the Who card rip they use, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah. Like I was saying, never seen it on original hardware, so I've got no idea. I don't think it's triggerable. Not 100% sure it is. Though the miracle it generates is 3 stars, and I got a feeling that later on in the game you get stars as an available miracle to use. So who knows? Maybe. But watch out for this really aggressive duck. You can see how pissed off he is. So I think we're just going to avoid the bonus run and just take him out and get ourselves a delicious. We can go into the sneaky cheeky one in. Get ourselves a delicious ice cream in for the pleasure. Yes. So as you can see, Parasol Stars is a whole bucket of fun. It's quite technical. You can do some cool tricks like this. That freezes all of the enemies on the screen, which gives you all of the time to go and pick up this joyous run of stuff. I mean, this is the most satisfying thing ever. So the next run is going to generate the coin for us. There it is, our delicious 100 credits coin, and it still keeps on giving. This one's a biggie. Thank you very much. So I'm missing a few items because of where I'm standing. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run the big zapper through here, pick up some cool shit, and then we're just going to... Oh, hold on. There we go. And then whiz... Oh! Bastards! We lost it. Anyway, these ones, you really do have to do your clearances and your freezing is what I'd call it. So just freeze all the enemies. These lion guys, they're dicks. They're going to make your life a misery. And the bonus run is in a kind of crazy place on this level because it's there. It's not where you'd expect it to be. Whoa, we picked up the clock. There's a clock power up which freezes time, which we seem to have picked up in absentia, or like without realizing. Get the guys. Oh, kill the baddies. Come on. Right. There we go. We can carry on with our little joyous adventure here. It looks like this lorry's going to go. Oh! It all comes apart when you don't know, when you panic. And now I'm slow Bubby again. I've never been sadder. Ah, we've got a credit. We got a credit. Woof, you get out of it. And let's carry on. There's more bonuses to pick up here. Let's advance the counter. Push things forward. Keep going. That one's empty. Gonna chuck you off it out the way. Shit. I meant to jump over him and instead I killed him. But yeah, that's my shabby attempts. Now we're up to 6 credits. So you can see you keep going, you can rack up a decent amount. Not quite the 99 you get for being incredibly lucky and getting the right pickup. I want nothing to do with any of you guys. Ah, oh, motherfucker. I've got too many things. Let's get up here because I want those. I want that speed up. Get out of it. We're going to keep the tree active because he'll just keep generating enemies for us whilst we're doing this big bonus run down the bottom. Which is alright because we're in a pretty safe place down here because nobody can get to you too too easily. Makes life a bit easier. And see, it's quite happy because you've got these 2 little duck guys up here which we can do fun things to. Hold on, getting this all wrong. Right, let's swing this one. Get over here because you get a good drip. There we go. Now you can get on the run. See, come on, there's the crowns. Gimme my coin. There it is. You whoopie doos. That's how it's done there. We've just got one dude to whack out of it, and we're all sorted. It isn't even worth picking up those motherfucking banana. I think the banana's 70 points or something when you're dealing with stuff that's like 7,000-8,000. Kind of seems pointless. This is another way to make your life easier. Just freeze that fucking vampire straight off the bat because he's a dick and will upset you. Only because they're homing, you know what I mean? So here we got an interesting situation again. You can see that cross has appeared. Can we rinse out this bonus run, which is pretty long? Yeah, we can. Turns out, yes, we can. So let's just do this, because otherwise this level can get quite problematic if you're not on board and you're not au fait. There's a couple of really tricky enemies in this level, which are already dead. But hey, what are we going to do? And there's another boss! Wait, this one's... Oh, you see, you blew it straight away, Coles. Someone's too overconfident. This one is a big management, a big location. See, killed by the little guys. Always killed by the tiny flying ducks. But basically, they count as the number of. What's interesting about this is that the number of hits seems to count. The number of flames they hit. See, now I popped his clogs. It seems to count for the amount of damage he takes. So if he sits on 4 flames, that's like he's taking 4 hits, which is pretty sweet. Gives you good risk reward on that one. So I think we'll leave it at that for now. That is Parasol Stars, my favourite Bubble Bobble game, which is just as we enter the water world. And hopefully we'll be back to see some play from later on in the game is what I'll plan to do. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you later. Bye.